Are you no bullshit? Like if somebody comes to you and they're like, I don't know.
Yes.
I have an idea. And you're like, make your idea happen.
I cannot be around people that are not confident.
All right. It is Thursday, January 5th. We are squarely in the new year. Or not really. We're like not even a weekend, but let's say we're squarely in the new year. We have it. This is episode 247, I want to say. I'm going to guess that, but I think we're right. This is do I have to say it's a Token CEO podcast? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. This is a Token CEO podcast. We can keep that part in. I think the chaos is interesting. Yeah. This is a Token CEO podcast. I'm Erika. I'm the CEO of Barstool Sports. And we have an awesome episode. We have my friend Pinky Cole on. Pinky Cole is a woman. She's from Atlanta. She has two kids in under 10 months. So this woman is literally on the move. Like she is legitimately making shit happen in her body, in her life, in her business. I interviewed Pinky at the beginning of the pandemic. She was one of the first guests I ever had on Token, and she was fabulous. And what she talked about is how she's been an entrepreneur all of her life. She's been kind of a shit kicker all of her life. She's been a disruptor all of her life. And she built this little brand in Atlanta called Slutty Vegan. And what Slutty Vegan is, it's a vegan restaurant that has all sorts of outrageous items on the menu that is a whole vibe. It is completely built with her energy and her spirit and her initiative and just kind of her aura. And now she has expanded that all over the country. So she joins us to talk about her business, talk about her cookbook, talk about just how she sees the world and what she does all day. I think there's so much to learn from Pinky Cole. And I hope you enjoy her as much as I did. And before we begin, we just want to say thank you to Omega Accounting Solutions. So what's great about Omega Accounting Solutions? It's a bunch of smart people who love the practice of accounting. Who doesn't love that? What they're designed to do is to help small businesses figure out how they can manage their finances and how they can make sure to understand if their small business is eligible for the employee retention credit. The employee retention credit, little known fact, can deliver up to $26,000 back to the business. That's $26,000 per employee. So if you call Omega Accounting Solutions and you're like, I got a hair salon, I've got a pizza shop, I've got, a dog groomer, whatever that may be. You don't have a dog groomer. I have a business that grooms dogs in like a little mobile van that drives around. Maybe you're a florist. I don't know. If you have a small business and you employ people and you employed people during the pandemic, you can call Omega Accounting Solutions. Very quick and easy. You call 800-300-9ERC and the Omega Accounting Solutions people can give you a quick and easy diagnosis to understand, one, if you need their help, and two, if you're eligible for this tax credit. So the net of it is Omega Accounting Solutions is a small business champion. Even CPAs turn to Omega Accounting Solutions, and they are here to help your small business get the most out of its tax credits and to also get your act together on your accounting. Call 800-300-9ERC or visit omegataxcredits.com now. All right, so fill us in, for people who didn't hear the last time you were on, describe Slutty Vegan, and then I want to talk about how you've just exploded since last time I saw you. I'm surprised you're even in here.
Right, so
yeah,
Slutty
like,
Vegan.
Me too.
No, I'm not. Let me take this because I'm OCD. Okay, so
Are you OCD?
I am, yes. With everything, right?
Oh, really?
Yes, I am. So Slutty Vegan is a plant-based burger joint that is beyond burgers and fries.
Okay.
So when you think about the concept, on the surface, we sell plant-based patties with pies and like all the cool stuff. But once you start to peel back the layer, we are an organization that builds an ecosystem, helps community, has a really funky good time whenever you show up to our place of business. And we really care about the culture and like influencing lifestyle and food into the culture.
Okay,
that is what Slutty Vegan is.
Okay, it's amazing. So, but Slutty Vegan's a little bit like, if you know, you know. You're like the In-N-Out burger for the culture.
Yes.
Would you say that?
Yes.
Also plant-based.
We are the plant-based version of that, but we are in our own lane because you ain't never seen nothing like Slutty Vegan.
You
right?
really
Like
haven't.
you can have franchises and chains, but like Slutty Vegan is a whole nother experience. So for the people who have never came into Slutty Vegan before, when you walk through the doors, you're going to get yelled at. We're going to dance with you. The music is coming through the speakers.
Yep.
So like it's a total vibe.
Okay.
And that vibe is unmatched. You don't get that at a regular restaurant.
And how many Slutty Vegans are there now?
So I'm about to open up my 9th
Oh
location.
my God! So how do you keep the quality? Like, how do you keep the vibe going?
You know, it's so
You just
crazy
yell at
because
people all day?
Yes, but that is the biggest challenge. Like, how do you scale that kind of culture?
I agree. So
It
how
is
you
very
doing it?
difficult to do that. So we wake up every day and just like Pinky and the Brain, we try to figure out how we take over the world.
Okay.
And we incentivize the employees because
Okay.
we know the happier the employees, the happier the customer.
Okay, got
If
it.
the employees show up to work and they love what they do, then it'll reflect in how the customer feels when they walk through the door.
I love that.
Is it a challenge every day? Fuck yeah, it's hard. But the reality of it is we are a work in progress and it's beautiful. Like this is a beautiful roller coaster ride and I've always been totally transparent about that.
That's amazing. And people are fired up to come to work. Like
Yes.
I was on the board of a taco fast food, or what do you call it? Quick serve. I guess you don't call it fast food, you call it quick serve. But they were having a hard time retaining employees, keeping them engaged. Because let's be honest, serving food to people in a quick serve restaurant is a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the
It
ass.
sucks.
Even
People are
today,
assholes.
yes.
People are assholes.
Yes, they are.
So you're like, all right, our vibe is bigger than that. You're going to come into Slutty Vegan. You're going to find that vegan food is delicious.
Yes.
You're going to get a lot of attitude on that menu. So
Yes.
can you like name like what are your 3 raunchiest things on that menu?
The menage a trois.
Okay, is that your favorite?
All of them are my favorite because I
Okay.
made them. But the menage a trois, the one night stand, the sloppy
Okay.
toppy, that's as raunchy as it gets.
Okay, I like
right?
that.
But the concept, for the people who are watching this, the concept has nothing to do with sex, right? And I created Slutty Vegan because I wanted something so racy that it's going to require you to ask questions.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
I want you to say, now, why the hell would she name that Slutty Vegan? And then when you start realizing that this is a company that really wants to help people see food differently.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we do. So we get the people talking, but then we educate them along the way.
Yeah, you get the people talking, you get them in the door, you give them a great experience, and then
Yeah.
you help the community.
And then we help the community.
I love that. Okay, so
Wash, rinse, and repeat.
wash, rinse, and repeat. Okay, so you're
Yes.
opening your 9th.
Yes.
And how have you how has life changed?
Oh, life is, well, which part? Did life change from
Everything.
25 million to
Everything.
having a $100 million company?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're like
I'm
on
a mother
fire.
now.
Yeah.
You know, life has changed for the better. But what I also realize is more money, more problems.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like now I'm maneuvering in this new lane to this. And when I say new life, I mean like I've always done well for myself, right?
Yeah.
I was a casting director before this. But when you have a multi-million-dollar company that's
Yeah.
growing and you get an injection
people
of
have their
capital,
hand out. They're
everybody
like,
is like,
"Pinky, what do
this,
you got
give me,
for
give
me?
me,
What do
give
you
me.
got
And
for
I'm
me?"
like, I ain't got it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because I
right.
got bills.
Yep.
And I have been more committed than I've ever been to make sure that I'm able to scale my company and I can like really triple the money
Yep.
that I got. Because a lot of businesses can get an injection of capital and really don't know how to
they just
manage
blow it.
And they
Yeah.
just blow it. Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Right,
Because
that's not for me.
there is no plan B here.
Yeah, that's right.
The plan A is to scale this company and create generational wealth for my family and
Yep.
provide opportunity for other people. And in order to do that, I got to have the right people around me
Yep.
so that they can help make conscious decisions on behalf of the money
Yeah.
to grow the business.
Sure,
And a lot of
absolutely.
people don't talk about that part.
Well, let's talk about it. So
Yeah.
who do you surround yourself with?
I
Are they
sur-
people you've known forever, or are you adding new people to your mix? I like
little-
the people you've known forever.
A little bit of both,
Okay.
right? But what I also realized is that everybody can't go. Right, you can
Yeah.
have people around you
Well,
forever,
100%.
and they are
Some
not
people
necessarily.
can't go on your journey.
Some
with you.
people can't go on a journey. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I don't love you.
100%.
That doesn't mean that I don't care about you. I'm gonna still
Yeah.
make sure that you're good. But where I'm going, I'm out of this world.
Yeah, that's right.
And you got to have an out of this world kind of mentality
Correct.
like me. And if you don't, we are not in alignment.
Correct.
And we can't take the same road together.
Yeah, that's right.
So I do have some
Good
people
for you.
that
Yeah,
have.
that's
Thank
a
you.
good thing.
I do have some people that have been rocking with me for a while.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of my core. I don't even call them employees anymore.
Yeah,
'cause,
they're
like
people.
They,
Yeah.
they are people who are my family that are
Yeah.
helping me grow this brand. But I also have started to bring in people that are smarter than me.
Yeah, and it can take you to a new place that you haven't gone before.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because what I'm realizing is Slutty Vegan is now bigger than me.
Yeah, that's right.
I grow
100%.
the business now from the outside.
Yeah.
I show up and I look pretty.
Yeah.
And I do interviews
Like,
and
I
I
got
talk
my
to
hair.
beautiful
Yeah.
people like you. And I have people on the ground that I call my soldiers that make sure that the day-to-day business is like still running.
Humming.
Right. Yep. And is that difficult? Yeah, it's difficult sometimes because I'm so used to having control. Remember, this is my baby.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't create this to make money.
I flipped the patties.
Yes, like this is not how you do that.
Are you flipping the patties the way I flip the patties?
But I had to realize in my level of growth and leadership,
you had to let that go.
I had to let that go.
Yeah, that's hard.
And it's very hard. And I still struggle with it sometimes, I'll be honest.
Because it's easy, I think, to feel insecure in this new place because you had so much control and it was contained. And now this thing is like going gangbusters. You have to let go. You have to be in a new place.
And follow chain of command. As the CEO, I now have to follow a chain of command. I used to pick up the phone like, no, we're not doing it that way. This is what it is. But I also respect the boundaries of the people that are working with me. So we just hired on a CFO.
Great.
We just hired on a CMO.
Yep, great.
I just promoted my CRO to president.
Okay.
Who now runs the day-to-day of the company. I now have 2 assistants.
Okay. How do you divide what the assistants do?
That's the part that I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
It's not easy.
Yep.
But like we're making it work.
What do you like best about this new world and lease? Like, I'll give you just from my perspective is like Barstool's gone through something similar where I understand what you're saying, which is we've grown so fast, so quickly, similar to Slutty Vegan, that the thing becomes bigger than you. But then the second thing is some people just have to get off the bus. Like the bus is moving and like it's hard. That's a hard decision, but it's bad for the company. It's bad for the brand. It's bad for the business for people to hang on when they're not ready. Yeah. But I also miss the old days, and do you miss that? Or are you just like, this new world this is my dream?
Let me tell you,
I don't want to go back.
What I'm realizing is the more you grow, the more you dilute. And that's just a fact, right?
Yeah.
Nobody will really talk about that, but it's the truth. The more you grow, the more people that you get, the culture shifts a little bit. Yep. So I miss that raw culture when I was in the restaurant, like
scrapping
touching the people, talking to the people, because I didn't create this for money. Yeah. And this is my dream realized. Yeah. But what I also understand is what I'm building is now bigger than me.
Yeah, that's right.
And because it's bigger than me, you've got to elevate. And elevation is going to feel uncomfortable. Yeah. But you got to be okay with the uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm okay
love
with
that. All right, I love that. Yes. Tell me, I have so many questions for you, Pinky. Tell me what like an average day is for you now.
Oh, Lord. So I wake up at 4 a.m.
Okay, every day?
Every single day.
Okay.
The first thing that I check is...
What do you eat? What's the first thing you eat? Well, go ahead. What's the first thing
Well, I drink a liter of water when I first wake up.
A liter of water? Come on.
No, I'm not lying. I drink 1 liter of water. I guzzle it in the morning, and you should too.
Down?
I do.
Okay.
Because I know I'm so busy.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not going to drink any the rest of the day. I'm just
I drink a liter, and I was up until last week drinking a gallon of water a day, but I just been on the go. Okay. But the first thing that I check is my bank account and social media.
Okay, good for you. A woman should check her bank account every day. I don't think enough women check
their bank account. I check my bank account all day, every day.
Okay, great, good.
Because I'm a hawk. Yeah. And I need to make sure that I know exactly what's happening to my money. I don't care how much money we got in the bank. Yeah, I need to know that nobody's taking. And I'm when I say I am the ultimate auditor, like I will look like, okay, now who spent $5 on this? Yeah, that's and then I will literally weed through the cracks because I know what it feels like not to have. Yeah. So I can't operate in a space of lack. I'm going to make sure that I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, you're
with
like,
money.
I'm in control.
I'm in control. Now that is what I'm in control of. Yes.
If you're not watching this episode, you got to check out this woman's outfit and her hair. Like, it's just straight up fabulous. The other thing is what I love that she just said is that she checks her money every day. Who does not love a woman who checks her money every day? She and Joanne Bradford are the 2 people I know who are like so out and about and proud about checking their money every day. I like checking my money every day. So if you care about your money, you probably don't want to pay for subscriptions that you are not using. That seems to me a good way to save your money. If you get the Rocket Money app, super easy. You just get the Rocket Money app. They can help you manage all of your subscriptions and cancel the ones you don't want. What's great about them is that they put all your subscriptions in one place and you just have to very easily press cancel. You don't have to go through like 17 dark holes and scary corners of the internet and give your data to 100 different companies to be able to get that one piece of data and that subscription canceled. You don't have to do any of that. You just literally download the Rocket Money app. You go in, you see all your subscriptions in there, and you're like, cancel, 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 cancel. The average American thinks that they spend $80 a month on subscriptions. The actual total is closer to $200. So we're all paying for shit we're not using and we don't want. You can cancel unnecessary subscriptions with Rocket Money at rocketmoney.com/token. That's rocketmoney.com/token. And now back to Pinky.
And then I check social media.
Okay.
And a lot of people are like, well, get off social media is a part of the reason why my business is successful.
1,000,000,000%.
So I go on social media to make sure that I'm not getting sued, that I'm not in the blogs.
Yeah, you're like, what are people talking about?
Like, what are the current events that are happening right now that could very well affect my business?
Yep.
That's what I go to after I check my bank account. Then I look at my schedule. I get my schedule before 8 a.m.
Okay.
And most times I do about like
Are you a coffee drinker?
No, I don't drink coffee.
Oh, Jesus.
I only drink water.
Only period. Do you drink iced tea?
No.
Lemonade?
No.
Water, period.
Water, period.
No alcohol?
I'll probably sip like if my fiance has like a margarita, I'll take a little sip.
Just a little sip.
I'm a water girl.
That's amazing. Good for you. That's why your skin looks so nice.
Thank you so much. But what I do is I look at my schedule, and usually I have like 2 to 3 interviews a day.
Okay.
So either
media.
Media,
like press.
Yeah,
okay.
Media, press, interviews. Then I'll have a photo shoot. Then I carve in time for my kids to spend time with my kids.
You're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
I'm your mom.
I'm here 30 minutes. There you go. I'll be back.
Yeah, 100%. You're in good hands.
Okay, right. Yeah. And then I'll go to the office sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I'll work
still
on
in Atlanta? You still in Atlanta?
I'm still in Atlanta.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'll also work on like stuff for the personal things that I'm working on, like so magazine covers, like if I'm doing photo shoots. So I'm always busy.
Yeah.
There is never downtime, which is why
you like it that way, though.
I love it that way. I am the type of entrepreneur. I got to be busy. Yeah. If I'm not busy, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, something's wrong in the world.
Something
100%.
is wrong.
If I have a block on my calendar, I start to feel anxious.
I start to get really
anxious.
anxious.
Fired? Yes.
Right. Something else that a lot of people don't really talk about.
Yeah.
So I like to be like on the move all of the time because that's what fuels me.
Yeah.
And that's my day.
Okay. And then what time do you go to bed?
I probably go to bed like 10.
Okay, same.
Yeah, like 10ish.
Great. Yeah.
And then I wake up. I just cannot sleep after 4 a.m. I don't know what it is.
You're like, your body clock is like,
my body
ding,
just turns on and I cannot sleep. But it's been like that for a long time. And now I'm so accustomed to this world where I'm always busy. Things are always going on that I'm just locked in. I'm so tapped in. Yeah. I'm more motivated than I've ever been in my life.
You've seen it. Your energy is like so much more focused.
Yeah, because I know the potential.
Yeah, that's right.
I know what life can look like where you just be like, oh, this is cool. Like everybody knows Slutty Vegan. And I know what it feels like to be moving toward the direction of being
you're
an
like,
icon.
McDonald's, here I come.
Okay, right? Like I'm Popra in the making. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so the goal of the exercise is to make sure that I'm using this one opportunity and maximizing it. Eminem said you got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. And like literally, like whenever I feel defeated, every day.
Yep.
Because I know that there's somebody that's standing in line waiting to take my place.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not willing to let that happen.
That's right. So how do you keep yourself pumped up?
I'm just naturally wired this way. This is like a natural high. Pumped up. So my fiance is also in the restaurant industry.
Oh, he is. Are you guys competitive?
Yes, but it's a good competition.
Absolutely.
Right? He owns Big Dave's Cheesesteaks in Atlanta. So he's like the cheesesteak king. It's like the biggest irony of them all.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like
he's
not
marrying the
vegan,
meat guy.
Right. Yeah. But we respect each other's boundaries, and he always encourages me.
He's your champion.
If I walk out the house and he don't like my outfit, he's like, "No, you're a superstar. You got to like walk out like you're a superstar." I'm like, "All right,
I'm a superstar."
Yes. But he is one of my biggest cheerleaders, and I stay motivated because I have somebody around me that dreams as big as I dream, that wants the things that I want, which is why he's a direct reflection of me.
That's awesome. Do you think he's giving you more energy, or the relationship gives you more energy?
When I'm not mad at him, he gives me a lot of really
But that means you have passion.
Yes.
It's good to have passion.
Yeah, and we're passionate about each other, and he's really my friend first. Yeah. But the other piece that keeps me motivated is to know that if somebody was willing to inject $25 million in my company to make it grow, and if my company is now valued at $100 million, it has the potential to be valued at $1 billion.
100%.
So that is what keeps me going.
You're like, let's go.
Let's go, because if I can touch this, imagine what else I can touch.
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine what else I can do and move mountains with because of this. Yeah, so that keeps me fired up.
I love that. Okay, and what's your advice to like the young Pinky? Like I remember you telling me how I think it was like you used to hold like parties in your cafeteria and you charged for them. You were always you were a hustler. You were always an entrepreneur where you're like, I'm gonna bring everybody together on Friday night. I'm gonna charge you each $3 or whatever it is. And you went to the supermarket and got the stuff and then you marked it up, which is fucking genius. What's your advice to like a young Pinky out there?
Ooh, a young Pinky.
There's probably not another exact Pinky, let's be honest. But
well, first of all, I would tell myself not to change a thing.
Okay.
Right? I would tell myself, do everything that you did, from the heartbreak to losing money, to going flat broke, to losing your business, to getting your wages garnished, to everything. Like, don't change a thing.
Yep.
But my advice to entrepreneurs is that if you call yourself a creator, you can't be a creator and not create.
Yeah.
What do I mean when I say that? Like, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur and everybody calls themselves a creator. But do you wake up in the morning and devise a plan? Like, what are you making? Like, how are you impacting? Are you intentional? Like, do you move and shake? Do you do the things that are really going to change the dynamic of your past and your future?
Yep.
Like, if you're going to create, you got to stop doing what you're doing and create. Stop procrastinating.
Stop
and make sure,
yourself.
yes, get on social media, make videos, promote your brand, do interviews, do all the things that you normally wouldn't do to promote a business, but you got to create if you want to go to the next level.
Are you no bullshit? Like, if somebody comes to you and they're like, I don't know.
Yes.
I have an idea. And you're like, make your idea happen.
I cannot be around people that are not confident.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it gives you like the heebie-jeebies.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. They're going to steal your confidence.
Yeah. Well, what it is it's like assets and liabilities, right? Like, I need assets around me that are going to add to the value, the battery, and charge the battery.
Yep.
But if there's somebody that's not confident within themselves, you're just going to suck my battery dry. And I need people and energy around me that's going to like continue to keep me fired up so that I can bounce that energy. Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you come around me, if you ain't confident, you're going to be confident in about 5 minutes. Because you're going to feel the energy. Like, my energy bounces, which is why I have to be around the right people, because if my energy is not good, then I cannot pour from an empty cup.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
And it hurts everybody else.
And it helps her. I literally have, at this point, around 350 employees.
Oh, that's a lot of employees.
Right? If I don't show up as my best self, then they can't show up as their best self.
Well, and then they reflect
It's a trickle-down effect. And I'm responsible for so many households right now that I got to make sure that I wake up and create, that I do the work.
And you're pushing the business
and then I push the business.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you push them forward. That's awesome. Who do you learn from? Like, who do you look up to?
YouTube and Google.
Yeah. That's cool. You want to be Google?
I want to be all things. I want to own it all.
You should own it all.
Look up to. I look up to my mother.
Okay. Is she still alive?
She's still alive. Okay. She's helping me raise the babies.
Oh, well, that's awesome. How lucky are you?
Yes. And why I look up to my mother is because she's always been so resilient since I was little. And she's like, no nonsense. She don't care who you are, what you got going on. I don't care that you got this business.
What's her name?
Like, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle's like, I don't
Michelle
take shit
is like,
from no
she
one,
don't take no shit. And she lives in my house and tells me how
what
to run
to
my
do.
house.
Yeah,
I'm like,
100%.
this is my shit.
Yeah. She's like, no, it's not.
Yes. But I look up to my mother. And there's so many people like that are influencers or entrepreneurs that influence that I look up to. I admire Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos is great.
Yeah, I admire Robert Smith.
Yeah.
I admire Danny Meyer.
Yeah.
I admire Richie Lou Dennis, who owns Essence Magazine and Essence Festival. I admire.
You're like, I'll learn from anybody.
Yeah, I'll learn from anybody. Listen, you can have less than me, and you probably can give me more than I could have ever gotten on my own.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, like, there's so many people around me that I can get nuggets from and apply those nuggets, and you don't have to be a billionaire for me to get it done.
Right. Yeah, that's right. It's not about being a billionaire. It's like, what do you know? What can you share? What can you grow from it? What's the hardest thing about your job right now?
The hardest thing about my job, I'm at a crossroads right now, and I think that you probably could identify it. The more you grow, the more you have to be mindful on who you can trust.
Yeah, that's right.
So when I used to be like very loose around like people and just saying what was on my mind, I can't do that no more.
100%.
Yeah,
they're gonna
because
burn you.
They will burn you, and one wrong move one wrong comment can destroy everything.
Yeah,
that you built.
Right. Yep, that's right.
So I am very mindful, and I look at everybody with my third eye right now.
Yeah.
And which is hard because now it's just like you got to be professional all the time, right? In a professional environment, and you got to be mindful.
Can't you be professional in your own way? I hate that. I hate being professional for other people.
I hate it too, but what I've realized, and I'm speaking on experience, that you got to be able to have people that understand the culture. I'll give you an example. We cuss in the workplace.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is a very relaxed environment at work, and this seems like this is a relaxed environment too. But as you grow and scale, there'll be people that you bring onto the company
who ain't relaxed.
They ain't relaxed. Yeah. And they don't understand the culture.
You got to be buttoned
and now that can become an HR issue.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
So when you ask me what's
you got to have your act together. You got to be tall and straight.
Yeah. And which sucks because you asked me what's the hardest thing is because
that's
like,
not you.
I'm real as fuck. Like, I don't want to feel like I got to do that. Yeah. Right? But I also understand that this business is bigger than me.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And I move and shake in a way where I show up and I'm the best representation for the business.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be myself. You still going to get all this Pinky Co energy. But I also pay attention to the fact that there are people in the workplace that are more sensitive than others. And I'm mindful to that.
Yeah, that's right. The other thing is you're also, as you get bigger, you interface with more people who are less like you. That's at least my experience. And you have to be a bridge where you have the spice.
You got to be a chameleon. Yeah.
You got to be a chameleon a little bit, which can be tiring, I think.
It is very tiring because, like, my day ones that have been with the company, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, 100%.
And we
you're
can
like
laugh
slapping
and joke.
somebody's ass. And you're not doing that anymore.
We cannot do that,
100%.
right? Because anything wrong could be something that could affect the business.
You. Yeah, that's right.
And obviously we want to move in the best light possible to make sure that the business continues to grow.
Yeah, I love that. Tell me about how do you deal with obstacles?
So the only thing that makes me cry, that is the biggest obstacle in my life, is making sure that my children understand that I'm not neglecting them.
Yep.
And that is something that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
I am super busy.
Yeah.
All of the time. So I am not 100% around my children all of the time.
Okay.
But I got my village.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
And I'm learning that it's okay.
Well, it's also actually, I think, as someone who has gone through the same thing, it's better for them, in my opinion, because they have all sorts of mothers.
Yes, they do.
And they'll have you, and they know you, and you're the heart and the center. Yes. But having your children also be raised by other people teaches them how to work with all different people.
Yes, and I realize that. And when they get me, they get all of me.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not getting a Pinky that's on her phone, like playing with the kids. When I'm present, I'm so in. Present, and I'm in. And I want to make sure that they understand that when I am present. Now, my kids live with me. I want to be clear, right?
Yeah,
so we're in the same household, but I'm always moving and shaking. And I'm not there all the time. So that is probably the biggest obstacle. Anything else is just an opportunity for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Like when it comes to the business, I look at challenges as opportunities. Yeah. And my motto in life is shit happens, so we put policies in place, right? And I need shit to happen so I can put policy in place.
I am making that. I'm stealing that from you.
Steal it. Go, it is yours.
Oh my God, that's so great. That's right. I love that. Yes. That's so great.
Because that's how policies are created.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
how SOPs
You're like,
are created.
Shit, we messed that up. We should
this is how we do it differently. Yes.
Yeah, I get
and that is my motto for life.
I love that. Can I ask you a weird question? Yes. Talk to me about the culture. When you say the word the culture, what do you mean by that?
So the culture is an environment which feels like an oasis of fellowship.
Yeah.
Right? It feels like a family reunion, and it doesn't matter who you are, right? This ain't a white or black thing. Like you could be Asian, blue, yellow, orange. I don't give a damn.
Yep.
But when you come into this place of culture, it is fellowship. It's an opportunity to meet like-minded individuals.
Yep.
Let me tell you what I tell people. Slutty Vegan is the biggest form of silent protest that you will ever see in this lifetime when it comes to the restaurant space.
Yeah.
During the George Floyd riots and everything that happened with the economic downturn and coronavirus and all of these things, Slutty Vegan was bringing people together.
Yeah.
Slutty Vegan was doing initiatives in the community.
And standing up.
And being a voice and a reason for the people. During elections, Slutty Vegan helped to turn Georgia blue.
Yeah.
Right? So like when you talk about culture, that is culture. Community is culture. Music and entertainment and food is all culture. So when I say culture, I'm talking about all of those things and moving that forward.
And the fellowship of it.
And the fellowship of it.
Brotherhood or a sisterhood.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes.
I love the phrase the culture. I think it's a phrase that has so much meaning.
Yes.
Which is why I asked the question, because I think most people just shrug and they're like, oh, that means black people.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, I don't think it means black people at all.
No, it's bigger than that.
Yeah,
right?
I like that.
Yeah, and I want to be clear. I am unapologetically black.
Yeah.
But when I think about culture, I think about humankind.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
You're thinking bigger.
Yeah, I'm thinking bigger.
Yeah.
Right? My black ass is thinking bigger. Okay?
Clearly. On that note, Pinky, tell people where to go, where to find you, what to order.
Well, first of all, you can find me in Barnes & Noble right now.
Yes, you can.
Because my book just came out, Eat Plants, Bitch, and I'm so excited about it.
Do we have one? I want one.
Okay, I got to make sure that you get one.
Eat Plants, Bitch.
Eat Plants,
love
Bitch.
That.
And it is 91 recipes that will blow your meat-loving mind.
That I can make at home.
That you can make at home.
Okay.
This is not the book just for the vegan. This is for anybody that just is a foodie that likes really good food.
For people who eat.
It's for people who eat.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I'm a foodie. I'm probably the thickest vegan you will ever be.
Okay,
but I like good food, right? And I like to cook. And this is exactly what this book is about. It is not a memoir, but it has some iterations of my story.
Okay.
So that you can understand who I am, what I built, where
what
I
this
came
is
from.
about.
Exactly. And I'm excited. I'm claiming that this will be a New York Times bestseller.
Well, of course, you've got to manifest that.
I'm manifesting that. I'm claiming that people will use this as the go-to book for the vegan if you want something really dope to cook at home. And this is a proud moment for me because never in my life would I ever imagine having a book.
Yeah.
Like, we come from humble beginnings where, like, I was eating rice and peas and sardines growing up, right? As a vegetarian.
And now, you're like, I'm going to be on the New York Times bestseller list.
And
yes,
now,
I am.
And that is not far out of my reach, right? So to be able to do that feels so good.
Yeah.
So please order online, Amazon.com.
Anywhere books are sold.
Anywhere books are sold.
I'm gonna order
it's available.
You don't need to give me one. I'm going to order it and help your account.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You can, Barstool can order like...
we could order like 100 of them. Yeah, I got you. I know how it works.
And then the other thing is I'm actually on tour as well.
Okay.
So I just did New York, which was amazing.
What does on tour mean?
I'm a book tour, but it's not your average book tour.
Oh, tell me about it.
So I just did New York the day before yesterday, and I had Dougie Fresh perform, which is a legendary rapper, and Lil Mo perform, which is one of my favorite artists in the world. They performed, and now I'm doing Atlanta on Saturday, November 19th, and it is going to be a total vibe, and I got some more surprises, and what I'm doing is, so let me tell you something that I did really funny. So I put that I wanted to highlight Black-owned businesses on my tour, that I was going to wear their brand. Yeah. And do you know I ended up getting 3,000 packages plus?
Oh my God.
So much.
How do you even choose?
Now I have to move now because I have so many packages.
Michelle's like, Pinky, stop asking for clothes.
Yes. The P.O. Box company is like, okay, we're going to have to shut you down.
Shut down. You're cut off.
But what I'm doing is I'm amplifying Black-owned businesses.
And the
community. And just amplifying anybody who just really wants good opportunities. So this is not just a regular book tour. There's performances. We're talking about life. We're talking about entrepreneurship. This is for everybody. And it feels so good that I get to do it and have so many people support me along the way.
That's awesome. You're an amplifier, Pinky Cole.
Thank you.
I love that.
I appreciate that.
How do people follow you personally?
So you can follow me at Pinky907.
Okay.
That is my social media handle. If you want to learn more about Slutty Vegan ATL. And if you want to learn about all the stuff that we do in the community for the foundation, it's pinkygivesback.com.
Okay.
Because we really do a lot of work.
Yeah,
like, I'm not a bullshitter. Like, we have this foundation.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it
You're
ain't
like,
that.
Actually,
like, I'm really helping people and building an ecosystem for people to be their best versions of themselves and learn about financial literacy and all that good stuff.
So that's it for today's episode. Huge thank you to Pinky. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with us in the new year. And we'll see you back here on Tuesday with our Q&A episode.